Now, from the ISO perspective, from the perspective of PJM, we're a generator. You know? So here's their queue of generators. You know, most of them are a lot bigger. And there's this little V2G car one, you know, down there, pretending like it's a great big combustion turbine. And then on the right, because they've selected us on their generator queue, they can see details about what's going on in the car. So let me just blow up that part of it. So actually from the grid operator, this is not our computer, this is a computer in a high secure location in Norristown, Pennsylvania, where they can go into any generator, see what it's doing, and actually control it also. So they can see that our battery state of charge right now is 60%, communications are normal, we're on a line that can provide 12 amperes of power. We're at let's see, what is this, charge capacity? I'm not sure how that's different from the previous one. Oh, that's kilowatts, right. So 4.8 kilowatts, line is connected, and so forth. Now, obviously, the grid operator does not sit there reading all this information for our 1,300 generators all the time. But the thing is, we're on their system. All the SCADA is working the way it would for a generator. They've got a little bit different kind of information for some things. So just to give a realistic, a sort of a visual sense that I can do a very quick video, the car drives into PJM headquarters, and then their IT guy that shows that it can be switched manually. You saw that screen. Normally it just runs automatically. There's a little too much power on the system, charge more now. There's not enough, discharge a bit. But he will show what it's doing automatically, and then he'll actually type in a value on that screen you just saw and change what the car is doing. So we're driving right into PJM, Norristown headquarters here in our e-box. Now it's a car. For a demonstration and lectures on vehicle-to-grid power.
It's a load, okay? It's actually, energy is going into the vehicle. What I can do here is actually do a demonstration where we're actually going to put the vehicle and I'm going to make it go to a generator state, okay? And right now the meter is spinning, the wheel on the meter wheel is spinning slowly, and the vehicle is a load to the system. I'm going to make a change. I'm going to force this value, which is now coming in real time from the ISO, over the internet to the car. I'm logged into the ISO here. I'm going to change that value. Now, if anybody wants to watch that wheel over there, it should stop and rotate the other way.
You're seeing a live demo? So it's working, it runs. You heard some other speakers yesterday saying this is 10 years off. It doesn't look like it's 10 years off to me. We're demonstrating the technology now. OEMs are not ready to produce these in 100,000 lots per year yet, but it's we have a technology demonstration. So without going into details, it's not just one ISO. We looked at the market value for this in different ISOs so we can understand what the revenue would be, how you would serve these markets, what the value is. And you can boil it down. This is done by Steve Latender, who's working with us at Green Mountain College. But you can look at the size of the plug in the different markets just to give a quick sense of the value. Now this is 10 years gross revenue. It doesn't look at costs. There's various costs in terms of energy losses, battery, a little bit more battery degradation, but just the gross revenue now discounted to present value. If you have a 2 kilowatt vehicle on the regulation market, 2 kilowatt grid connection, you're looking at about $3,000 net gross value there for regulation. If you're selling spinning reserves, it's more like, I can't read exactly the number here, but it's around maybe $800. So at higher plug power, so you've been talking about high power, we're in a high power grid connection. Well, look at the value increase at 15 kilowatts as opposed to 2. You're at almost $30,000 of net value, sorry, not net, gross present value for this grid service. Now, again, you have to subtract off some of the costs, but you're looking at something that's near the value of the vehicle, just to provide this grid service. So doesn't that mean that we could just provide batteries and power electronics and sell those? Why do you need the wheels and the transmission? Well, yeah, you can, and people are doing that now. But ultimately, the economics are going to favor dual use of these systems. So you've got, somebody had to buy the batteries and power electronics anyway because they want to drive to work. The car's parked 23 out of 24 hours a day on average, can provide grid services the rest of the time. But the point is, it matters how big your plug is a lot. and you want to start selling regulation later, probably after you saturate the regulation market with vehicles, will saturate all these markets. You can start selling spinning reserves.